It's 1 o'clock time for the Joy Business Report. Coming up, government begins processes for coupon payments of new domestic debt exchange bonds maturing today, and Ghanaians forced to reduce their appetite for fast-moving consumer goods due to high inflation. We have details from a new research. Also in this bulletin, economist Professor Godfrey Bokin advises Bank of Ghana to quickly rebuild confidence in the financial sector to discourage the public from keeping their monies outside the banking system. We have details of these and more shortly. Thanks for your company. I am Pius Kojubaka. Let's now settle for the details. Government has kickstarted the process to pay first coupon on the new debt exchange program bonds maturing from today. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, in a tweet on social media, noted that instructions have gone out for some 2.4 billion cedis to be released to aid the payment. George Yafe has the rest of the story.
The payments will go to individuals and institutions that exchange their old bonds for the new ones under the domestic debt exchange program at the end of February this year. Joy Business understands that even though most of these bonds that were exchanged are maturing today, actual payment should start from tomorrow. This should mean that it could take about 2 days for these bondholders to have their monies hit their accounts. Therefore, starting the process today will ensure that everyone should be paid before the end of this week. We are also learning that another 5.4 million cedis has been advanced as coupon payments for persons that didn't participate in the domestic debt exchange program. The Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, in a tweet on social media handle X, maintained that the decision to kickstart the process demonstrates government's commitment and credibility of the domestic debt exchange program.
George Yafe with that report. Economist Professor Godfrey Bokin has warned that the 60 billion cedi loss recorded by the Bank of Ghana in 2022 could derail confidence in the financial sector and further slow down the growth of the economy. According to him, the depletion of the country's reserves and continuous budgetary support, which has led to an increase in inflation, could undermine trust in the banking system. Professor Godfrey Bokin was speaking on the Joy News channel.
Some of the expenditure items and all of that, actually, it undermines the confidence that we all have in the central bank. It's very difficult. So I think that, and we should not underestimate the impact of this on our economy in terms of our financial system, confidence, correspondent banking, and all of that. I think it's quite huge.
Professor Godfrey Bokin is an economist. Now, the leadership of the aggrieved customers of Gold Coast Fund Management has appealed to the Inspector General of Police to allow the group demonstrate to retrieve their locked-up funds in the defunct Gold Coast Fund Management Company. According to the group, all efforts to get their locked-up funds have not been fruitful, as their plight have been forgotten. Speaking to Joy Business, the convener of the group, Charles Nyami, said attempts to picket the Finance Ministry to announce their struggles has been blocked by the Greater Accra Regional Police Command.
They are just to be notified, and their requirement is to provide security to police the activities and protect lives and properties around the areas where the protests will take place. We are peaceful citizens, and in records, all the protests that we have led has been peaceful without destroying any property or causing harm or endangering the lives of the protesters or the pedestrians. We are appealing to them. The way the anger of the members of the aggrieved customers of Gold Coast Fund Management is boiling.
Charles Nyami is the convener of the aggrieved customers of Gold Coast Fund Management. To one of our headline stories, and constant price increases have forced Ghanaians to reduce their appetite for fast-moving consumer goods. That's according to a survey by Maverick Research. The survey pointed out that consumers offset food price increases with non-essential items such as non-alcoholic beverages. It also indicated that food inflation will persist and consumers will continue to switch to more affordable brands since there is pressure on their disposable incomes. Atu Maika is the managing principal of Maverick.
What are we seeing for Ghana? Volume growth is down 2% and value growth is out 80%. If you look at the volume contribution by each cluster, which is on the left, it's fairly flat. We are proportionally still consuming relatively same amount in terms of food, home and personal care, non-alcoholic beverages. So on the chart, we've seen obviously price increases which is reflecting in the value growth that you're seeing across. And you can see this resultant retreat on the volume side.
Now, the survey researched prices of goods in the food, home and personal care and non-alcoholic beverages sector. Moving on, government spent 63 billion cedis on decent work and sustainable economic growth in 2022. That's according to Ghana's 2022 Sustainable Development Goals Budget and Expenditure Report. The report added that Sustainable Development Goal 8 is the most invested goal among the 17 SDGs. There is more in this report.
The Ministry of Finance led the voluntary national review of the Sustainable Development Goals in tracking allocations and spending. In a bid to promote sustainable economic growth and employment for all, the government budgeted 63 billion cedis for SDG 8 against an actual expenditure of 55 billion cedis. A breakdown of the report showed that about 564.6 million cedis was invested in micro, small and medium-scale enterprises through the Ghana Enterprises Agency. The Microfinance and Small Loans Center, MASLOC, also disbursed a total of 2.32 million cedis to 1,247 microcredit beneficiaries and 248,000 cedis to 13 small loans beneficiaries. An amount of 63 million cedis was also allocated to metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies, with the Volta, Central and Eastern regions being the regions with the highest allocations respectively. The report added an undisclosed amount from the 63 billion cedis was used to decongest the port of Tema and continuation of works on the Buankra Integrated Logistics Terminal. Additionally, 2 transit truck parks at Paga and Alubo were constructed.
A Business Desk report. Now, the Association of Ghana Industries is asking its members to be heavy on reducing emissions to apply for carbon credits. The association said there is a knowledge deficit which is denying some members from accessing the funds. According to its Chief Executive Officer, Seth Chuma Kwabwa, his outfit has embarked on several moves to attract investors to support the operations. He spoke to Joy Business at a greenhouse gas reduction training event.
So there are opportunities within the global world. Funds have been created where if you are able to prove that indeed you are improving on your emissions, there's record, there is documentation, there's an arrangement to indicate that indeed you are improving on your emissions, you can actually apply for carbon credits. So therefore, it is very important that people get knowledge about these things. And a lot of our companies really qualify. But unfortunately, if they lack the knowledge, they lack the information, and then they
More on energy, it has emerged that many national oil companies across the world, including Ghana, are failing to include local communities and direct consumers in their energy transition plans. According to the Natural Resources Governance Institute, this will threaten the livelihoods of many as well as worsen the economic conditions of the less privileged. To this end, the Institute is making an appeal to oil marketing companies in Ghana to consider rural folks in their various energy transition plans. Speaking to Joy Business, Senior Programs Manager Dennis Jerry said there is an urgent need for these firms to consider their staff and local communities.
So actually, none of the NOCs that we've surveyed, out of the 15 of them, none of them has a just transition plan. And we are asking that whilst companies are thinking of the energy transition and trying to transition, we should think about plans for the company's own workers, for communities, and for stakeholders, such as consumers of petroleum products in their plans, and develop plans that respond to the needs of these different stakeholders and ensure that everybody is carried along. And that means that having a just transition plan in terms of its sustainability.
Now, for your pension tip on Money Lab, let's now hear from Kofi Poli, Chief Operations Officer of People's Pensions Trust, as he talks about planning life after retirement.
Hello, my name is Kofi Poli, Chief Operations Officer of People's Pension Trust, and welcome to Money Lab. Today on our pension tidbits on Money Lab, we will focus on how to retire in old age comfortably. What we need to understand is that pension is a form of investment. It's just a long-term investment Therefore, even though you have your pension, you must also have other investment as well. There are some we can call short-term or medium-term investment plans. Some could be treasury bill, investing in treasury bill, investing in bonds, or doing something on your own to make money for you. Another key thing is to be able to invest in assets. However, in investing in these assets, you must ensure that the assets are assets that can easily make you money and not assets that will become liability in your old age. Thank you once again for being with us, and hope to see you in our next episode.
And that's it for the Joy Business Reports. Let's take some message from EcoBank. And EcoBank Salary Account is a special account designed for workers of all income brackets desirous of receiving their salaries through EcoBank. With the EcoBank Salary Account, you are guaranteed all the benefits of a normal savings or current account plus more. Now, EcoBank Salary Account gives workers free life insurance cover of up to 10,000 cedis, 24/7 access to cash and e-banking services, internet and mobile banking services, high interest on savings, no minimum balance, ability to save through the EcoBank Save as you Spend, a unique feature that helps customers to save and invest. Remember, the insurance policy covers death, permanent or temporary disability, critical illness, hospitalization, retrenchment, and more. Savings or current account holders at EcoBank do not have to close their existing accounts to enjoy the numerous benefits of the EcoBank Salary Account. Just ask your branch to switch your existing account to the EcoBank Salary Account. Non-EcoBank account holders should approach any EcoBank branch and ask for the EcoBank Salary Account. Switch your salary account today and enjoy amazing benefits at EcoBank. Call EcoBank toll free on 0800 003 225 whenever, wherever for further details. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. I am Pius Kojubaka. Grateful serving you. Ignition is next. Do enjoy.
Cargo handling can be so tiring. Having to shuffle between banks to make payments. And waiting hours for payment confirmation. And worst of all, incurring avoidable costs due to payment delays. Chalet. But with EcoBank, making cargo payment has become super convenient through their digital self-service and in-branch channels. Sail smoothly with EcoBank and experience our one-stop payment solutions for all your cargo-related payments. Pay your customs duties and all levies, terminal handling and shipping line fees, and enjoy smart financing solutions to support your cargo handling operations. Contact us on 0800 003 225 or walk into the nearest EcoBank branch to find out more. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Joy 99.7 FM, radio for the discerning listener.
You have tuned into Joy 99.7 FM. I would like to have your attention for some funeral announcements. Togbe Kweku Ajima VII, Paramount Chief of Sokode Traditional Area. Togbe Ayipe, Chief of Abutiaklo. Mama Ayipe, Queen Mother of Abutiaklo. Ebusia Penning Dr. A.B.A. Prempe. Oheneba Ajimang Bedu, Adongteng Hene. Ohenewa Mrs. Kwedu Yadom Morton. Announced the death of Eric Wisdom Kwaku. He was 62. Funeral arrangements are as follows. There will be no wake. The body will lie in state on Saturday, 26 August 2023 at SNAS Forecourt, Gaik, behind the Atomic Energy Police Station from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Funeral and burial service Saturday, the 26th of August 2023 at the SNAS Forecourt, Gaik, behind the Atomic Energy Police Station at 7:30 a.m. The body will be conveyed to Sokode Babla near Ho at 10 a.m. for interment at the Community Burial Grounds, Sokode Babla. Thanksgiving and memorial service Sunday, the 27th of August 2023 at Atomic Hills United Church, Ashongma Estates. Widow, Mrs. Kunedu Yadom Prempe Kwaku. Child, Delali Nunya Nanayao Prempe Kwaku. Dress code Saturday black, Sunday black and white. All friends and sympathizers are cordially invited. Asona Tokrasi Busia Penning Brian Yao Echampong, Nkwetia Kwewu, Member of Parliament, Abetifi Constituency. Ochame Hene Nana Kisi Buedum Tuasechi